chosen one, what you did made heaven scream, even angels froze. You gave when you had nothing left, heaven screamed. Listen carefully, because what I am about to reveal explains the moment heaven reacted to your life in a way you never imagined. And if you turn away now, you may miss the very understanding that unlocks the blessing already moving toward you. What you did was not small, it was not unnoticed, and it was not ordinary. You gave when your hands were empty, when your strength was gone, when your heart was breaking, and that single act echoed through eternity. Heaven did not stay silent because of your sacrifice. Heaven cried out because it recognized something rare, something powerful, something that even angels paused to witness. This is why you must stay with these words until the end, because what you think was a loss is the very thing that has already begun to change your future. Type Amen to affirm. You thought you were alone in that moment, but you were not alone, not even for a second. When you chose to give, when you chose to love, when you chose to stand, when everything inside you wanted to collapse, heaven was watching with full attention. Angels froze not out of fear, but out of awe, because they saw a human carrying a level of faith that many never reach. You did not act from abundance, you acted from emptiness, and that is what made it powerful. That is what made heaven respond, because you gave something that cost you deeply, something that hurt, something that required trust beyond logic. Within this very moment, I am asking you to do something simple yet meaningful, to show that you are still open and still receiving, to press like as a sign that your heart is ready to accept what is coming next. You have been questioning why your life feels heavy, why the struggle seems longer than expected, why your giving has not returned to you yet. But you must understand this truth clearly. Nothing you gave has been lost. Nothing you sacrificed has been forgotten. What you released in your lowest moment became a seed, and that seed has already taken root in places you cannot see. Heaven does not react to noise, it reacts to truth. And your action was pure, your intention was real, your sacrifice was seen. There are many who give when it is easy, but you gave when it was hard. There are many who show love when they feel full, but you showed love when you felt empty. That is why your act stood out. That is why it carried weight. That is why it moved something beyond this world. What you did forced a reaction, and heaven does not react lightly. When heaven responds, it means something has shifted, something has been marked, something has been set into motion. Type 1111 if you believe. You may not feel it yet, but the moment you chose to give instead of hold back, you stepped into a different path. It was not visible, it was not loud, but it was real. That path carries protection, favor, and timing that cannot be stopped by what you see around you. Even when things looked like they were falling apart, something deeper was being aligned. Even when you felt like you lost, something greater was being prepared. You must also understand that your giving was not just about the act itself, it was about who you became in that moment. You became someone who trusts beyond circumstances, someone who believes beyond what is visible, someone who moves even when the outcome is uncertain. That identity is powerful, and heaven responds to identity, not just actions. What you did revealed who you are, and who you are has already been recognized. There are people who saw your giving and misunderstood it. They thought you were weak, they thought you were foolish, they thought you gave too much, but they did not see what heaven saw. They did not understand that your action was not driven by loss, it was driven by faith. And faith always creates a response, even when it seems silent at first. That silence is not absence, it is preparation. Right now, as you listen, something is being stirred again inside you. That feeling is not random. It is a reminder of who you are and what you carry. You are not ordinary, and your life is not moving without direction. Every sacrifice, every tear, every moment you chose to give instead of close, your heart has been recorded. Nothing has been wasted, nothing has been ignored. The reason heaven screamed is because your act broke through something. It broke through doubt, it broke through fear, it broke through limitation. It showed that even in your lowest state, you still carried something divine. That is what made angels pause. That is what made heaven react. That is what made your moment unforgettable. You are now standing at a point where what you gave is about to return in a way that matches its depth. Not in the same form, not in the same timing you expected, but in a way that fulfills what you truly need. This is why you must remain open. This is why you must not close your heart now. This is why you must keep moving forward, even when it feels slow. Could the CIA really be hiding a 7-second ritual that turns money struggles into success? A confidential CIA finding exposes a unique 7-second practice that activates money, attracting brainwaves automatically. Backed by science and 4 elite labs, this simple home ritual is helping struggling people move into dream lifestyles. But this page may not stay live. Click the link in the description and comments before it is wiped from the internet. When you gave with nothing left, you did not just give something away, you revealed a level of trust that shifted your entire path. That kind of act does not fade, it leaves a mark that continues to move long after the moment has passed. What you felt as loss was actually a release that made space for something greater to enter your life. Type 777 if you trust in Jesus. There are things happening around you now that may not make sense, delays that frustrate you, silence that makes you question everything, and moments where you feel like nothing is changing. But understand this clearly. The kind of seed you planted does not grow in shallow ground or quick time. It grows deep, it grows strong, and it builds something that cannot be easily shaken or taken away. You are not being ignored, you are being prepared. The process feels slow because what is being formed must be able to carry the weight of what is coming. You have also been carrying a quiet pain, a feeling that maybe you gave too much, that maybe you should have held back, that maybe things would be easier if you had chosen yourself in that moment. But that thought is not truth. It is a shadow trying to confuse what you already did right. What you did was not weakness, it was strength that most people never reach. You chose to act from faith instead of fear, and that decision separated you from the ordinary path that many follow. Look closely at your life, and you will begin to see small signs that things are shifting. It may not be loud or obvious, but it is there in the way certain situations are being removed, in the way certain people are stepping back, in the way unexpected doors are slowly beginning to open. These are not coincidences. They are adjustments being made because of what you released. When you gave from your emptiness, you created movement that is still unfolding. There were moments after that act when you felt drained, when you wondered how you would recover, when you felt like you had nothing left to give to yourself. But even in that state, you were being held, even if you could not feel it. Protection was around you, guidance was near you, and provision was already being arranged ahead of you. You were not abandoned. You were being carried through a space where you could not walk on your own strength. Type 222 to receive blessings. You must also understand that not everything you lost was meant to stay with you. Some things had to leave, some attachments had to break, some expectations had to fall apart so that you could move into what truly belongs to you. What you gave away may have felt like it was everything, but it was not everything. It was only what was necessary to release. There is still more within you, more strength, more capacity, more purpose waiting to rise. The reaction from heaven was not just about the act itself, it was about the timing of it. You gave at a moment when most would have closed their hands. You chose to remain open when it would have been easier to shut down. That decision created a signal, a clear and undeniable declaration that you trust beyond what you see. That kind of trust is rare, and it cannot be ignored. There are people around you who still do not understand why you did what you did. They look at your life and measure it through their own fear, through their own limitations, and they cannot see the bigger picture. But you are not meant to live by their understanding. You are moving by something deeper, something that does not depend on approval or recognition from others. Your path is guided by a truth that goes beyond what they can see. Even now, you may feel moments of doubt trying to return. You may feel the urge to question whether anything will come from what you did. But every time that thought appears, you must remind yourself that your act already created movement. You are not waiting for something to begin, you are already inside the process. What you are experiencing now is not emptiness, it is transition. There is also a shift happening within your heart. You are becoming more aware, more sensitive to what is right and what is not meant for you. That awareness is not accidental. It is a result of what you went through. When you gave from your lowest point, something inside you became clearer, stronger, and more aligned. You are not the same person you were before that moment. What is coming next will not look like what you expect. It will not arrive in the way you imagined or through the path you tried to plan. It will come through alignment, through timing, and through connections that you did not see before. This is why you must remain open and attentive. Do not close your heart now. Do not withdraw into fear, because what you are moving toward requires your openness. You are also being positioned in a place where your story will begin to speak without you needing to explain it. People will notice the shift, they will see the difference, and they will begin to wonder what changed. What changed was not your circumstances alone, it was your decision to act in faith when it mattered most. That decision is now becoming visible through the life you are stepping into. There will come a moment when you will look back at that painful act and realize it was the turning point. Not the loss, not the struggle, not the confusion, but the moment you chose to give. That was the moment everything began to move in your favor, even if it did not feel like it at the time. That was the moment heaven recognized something within you that could not be ignored. Do not rush the process now. Do not try to force outcomes or control what is unfolding. The same faith that moved you to give is the faith that will carry you through what comes next. Trust the timing, trust the preparation, and trust that what is being built is stronger than anything you could have created on your own. Could a hidden CIA discovery explain why so many people are suddenly living in luxury? Secret CIA research has surfaced, revealing a brain technique that pulls in wealth, almost like magic. It takes just 7 seconds, can be done at home, and is supported by 4 neuroscience labs. People are leaving debt behind and enjoying luxury right now. But this information might be removed soon. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. That is how real transformation begins, not with loud announcements, but with deep changes that unfold beneath the surface. What you released created space, and that space is now being filled in ways you do not yet fully recognize. This is why you must not lose patience now, because what is forming is stronger than anything quick or temporary. Type 555 to affirm. You have been carrying a weight that others could not see, a quiet burden that came from giving when you had nothing left. It was not just physical or material, it was emotional, it was spiritual, it was something that reached deep into your core. That is why recovery felt slow, that is why your energy felt different, that is why you questioned whether you had gone too far. But hear this clearly, you did not go too far. You went exactly where you needed to go to unlock what is ahead. There are doors that only open after a sacrifice like yours, and those doors are now beginning to respond. There is also something important you must understand about timing. What you did set a process in motion, but that process does not follow human impatience. It follows alignment, preparation, and readiness. If what is coming had arrived immediately, you would not have been ready to hold it, to understand it, or to keep it. So what feels like waiting is actually strengthening. It is shaping your capacity so that when the moment comes, you will not lose what you receive. You may notice that certain things that once mattered to you are starting to lose their hold. Conversations that once pulled your attention now feel empty. Situations that once drained you now feel unnecessary. This is not confusion, this is clarity growing inside you. You are being realigned with what matches your next level, and anything that does not match it is slowly falling away. This can feel uncomfortable, but it is necessary for what is ahead. Type 1010 if you walk by faith. There is also a protection around you that you may not fully see. Some things did not work out, some opportunities slipped away, some people walked out of your life, and you may have thought those were losses. But many of those were removals, not rejections. They were clearing space so that what truly belongs to you can enter without conflict. You are not being left behind, you are being guided away from what cannot carry you forward. You are also learning something deeper about yourself, something that only comes through moments like the one you experienced. You are learning that your strength is not dependent on what you have, but on what you carry inside. When everything around you felt empty, you still found a way to give. That means your source is not limited by your circumstances. That means there is something within you that cannot be taken away. There will come a time very soon when you will begin to see small confirmations. They may not look like the full answer yet, but they will be enough to remind you that you are not moving in the wrong direction. It could come through a conversation, through an unexpected opportunity, through a moment of peace that you did not expect. These are not random moments, they are signals that what you set in motion is still active. Do not ignore these small confirmations when they appear. Do not brush them aside or doubt them. They are part of the process, part of the unfolding, part of the reassurance that you are still aligned. Every small sign is building your confidence so that when the larger moment arrives, you will be ready to receive it without hesitation. You may also feel a growing sense of separation from who you used to be. The things you once tolerated no longer feel acceptable. The patterns you once followed no longer feel right. This is not loss, this is growth. You are stepping into a version of yourself that cannot go back to what was. And that transition can feel lonely at times, because not everyone will understand it. But understand this, you are not meant to stay where you were. You are meant to move forward, even if it means leaving behind what feels familiar. The path you are on now requires a different level of awareness, a different level of strength, a different level of trust. And you are already stepping into that, even if it feels slow. There is also something being restored within you. The moment you gave with nothing left took something out of you, but it also opened the way for something new to be placed within you. Strength is returning, clarity is growing, and your ability to move forward is being rebuilt. This is not just recovery, this is renewal. What is coming into your life will not just replace what you gave, it will exceed it in ways that match the depth of your sacrifice. But it will come in a way that aligns with who you have become, not who you used to be. That is why this process matters. That is why this time matters. That is why your patience matters. You are not being overlooked, and you are not being delayed without purpose. Everything is unfolding with intention. Everything is moving with direction. Everything is building towards something that will make sense when it arrives. Right now, you are in the middle of it, and the middle often feels unclear. But you must stay steady. You must stay open. You must continue to trust, even when you do not see the full picture. Because what you set in motion when you gave with nothing left is still moving, still growing, still preparing to meet you at the right moment. Why are so many people saying this CIA ritual changed their life in only 7 seconds? This leaked CIA method is powerful and effective. A short brainwave technique, backed by 4 neuroscience labs, is helping regular people move from broke to prosperous. Dream homes, cars, and trips are becoming possible. But this video could be taken down at any moment. Click the link in the description and comments now before it is gone. Something within you has started to settle, even if your outer life still feels uncertain. There is a quiet strength rising, a steadiness that was not there before, and it is not coming from your circumstances, but from what you went through. When you gave with nothing left, something in you broke, but something greater was also formed. That formation is now becoming your foundation, even if you do not yet fully recognize it. You are not as fragile as you once felt, and that change is the beginning of everything that is about to unfold. Type 1212 to claim miracles. You have been wondering why certain doors are still closed, why the answers have not arrived in full, why it feels like you are standing between what was and what is coming. That space is not empty, it is a place of alignment. It is where everything that no longer belongs to you is being cleared, and everything that does belong to you is being prepared. This space may feel uncomfortable, but it is necessary, because what is coming cannot enter a life that is still holding on to what must be released. There is also a deeper awareness growing inside you, a sense that you are being guided even when you do not understand the direction. That awareness is not something you created on your own. It is something that has been activated through what you experienced. When you gave from your emptiness, you stepped into a level of trust that opened your ability to hear, to feel, and to recognize what is right for you. This is why certain things now feel clear, even without explanation. You may also notice that your patience is being tested in ways that feel intense. Moments where you want to rush, moments where you want to force something to happen, moments where you feel tired of waiting. But every time you feel that pressure, you are being invited to choose trust again. Not the kind of trust that is easy, but the kind that stays steady even when nothing is visible. That is the same trust that moved you before, and it is the same trust that will carry you forward. Type 1010 if you trust God. There are also unseen connections forming around you, paths crossing that will soon become clear, opportunities being positioned that are not yet visible. You may think nothing is happening, but there is movement in places you cannot see. Conversations are aligning, decisions are being made, and moments are being prepared that will meet you at the right time. This is how what you gave begins to return, not always directly, but through alignment that leads you exactly where you need to be. You must also understand that what is coming will require a different version of you. Not the version that doubted, not the version that held back, but the version that trusted even when it hurt. That is who you are becoming now. Every day that you stay steady, every moment you choose not to close your heart, Every time you move forward without full understanding, you are stepping into that version more fully. There will be a moment soon when something shifts in a way you can no longer ignore. It may not be loud, but it will be clear. It will feel like a door opening after a long wait, like a breath after being held too long. And when that moment comes, you will begin to see how everything has been leading to it. Nothing you went through will feel wasted, because it will all connect in a way that makes sense. You may still carry some fear, some hesitation, some quiet questions about whether you are ready. But readiness is not about having everything figured out. It is about being willing to move when the moment arrives. And you are closer to that readiness than you think. What you went through has already prepared you in ways you do not yet fully see. There are also people who will enter your life or reappear in a different way. Not everyone who comes is meant to stay, but some will be part of what is unfolding next. You will feel the difference because it will not come with confusion or heaviness. It will come with a sense of rightness, a quiet confirmation that this is aligned with where you are going. Do not hold on to what feels forced or uncertain. What is meant for you will not require you to struggle to keep it. It will meet you in a place of alignment, where things begin to flow without constant resistance. That does not mean there will be no challenges, but it means there will be a sense of direction and purpose within it. You are also being reminded of something important. What you gave was not just an action, it was a declaration. It was a statement of who you are and what you believe. And that declaration has not been forgotten. It is still active, still shaping what is coming into your life, still influencing the path you are walking. There will be times when you look back and wonder how you made it through that moment. And the answer will not be found in your own strength alone. It will be found in the presence that was with you, the guidance that held you, the protection that surrounded you. You were never alone, even when it felt that way. As you move forward, you will begin to feel a new kind of confidence, not loud or overwhelming, but steady and grounded. It will come from knowing that you have already faced something difficult and moved through it. It will come from knowing that you gave when it was hardest, and that you are still here. This is not the end of your story. This is the unfolding of something that began in that moment. What you did created a shift that is still moving, still building, still preparing something that will meet you at the right time. And when it does, you will understand why heaven responded the way it did. What is really behind the 7-second brain technique that is creating new millionaires? A surprising CIA leak has revealed a short brain ritual that is helping normal people erase debt and attract serious wealth. With validation from 4 neuroscience labs, this at-home method is turning financial stress into a better life. Homes, cars, and vacations are becoming reality. But the government could remove this at any time. Click the link in the description and comments before it is deleted. You are beginning to sense it now, even if you cannot fully explain it. There is a quiet pull inside you, a feeling that something is about to shift, something is about to break open after a long season of holding on. That feeling is not your imagination, and it is not wishful thinking. It is the result of everything that was set in motion the moment you chose to give when you had nothing left. What you did not end in that moment. It started something that has been building ever since. Type 222 to receive blessings. There is a difference between waiting without purpose and waiting while something is being prepared. You are not standing still in emptiness. You are standing in a space where everything is being aligned to meet you at the right time. That is why certain things have felt delayed, because they were never meant to come to you in a broken or incomplete form. What is being brought to you must match the depth of what you released. and that requires preparation on every side, not just yours. You may feel moments where your faith becomes quiet, where your energy feels low, where you wonder if you can continue trusting at the same level. Those moments do not mean you are failing, they mean you are human. Even in those moments, the movement continues. Even when you feel still, things are shifting around you, opening paths, removing obstacles, and setting up what will soon become visible. There is also a healing happening inside you that you may not have noticed fully yet. The pain that came from giving when you had nothing left created a wound, but that wound is not staying open. It is being restored, slowly and deeply, in a way that does not just cover the surface, but strengthens what was affected. You are not being left in that state of emptiness. You are being rebuilt in a way that makes you stronger than before. Type 1111 if you believe. You are also learning to recognize your own worth in a deeper way. Before, you may have measured your value by what you had or what you could give. But now you are beginning to see that your value comes from who you are, from what you carry inside, from the strength that remained even when everything else felt gone. That realization changes how you move, how you choose, and how you respond to what comes into your life. There are also boundaries forming within you that were not there before. You are beginning to understand what you can give and what you must protect. This does not take away from your kindness, it strengthens it. It ensures that when you give again, it will come from a place of wisdom as well as love. This balance is part of your growth, part of your preparation for what is coming next. You may notice that you are no longer drawn to the same situations or the same patterns. Things that once felt normal now feel heavy or unnecessary. That is because you have outgrown them. When you gave with nothing left, you stepped into a different level of awareness, and that awareness does not allow you to go back to what no longer fits who you are becoming. There is also something important happening with your timing. You are being aligned with moments that will matter, moments that will carry meaning and direction. These moments cannot be rushed, and they cannot be forced. They must come at the right time, when everything is in place. That is why patience is being asked of you now, not as a test, but as a part of the process. You are not being asked to figure everything out. You are being asked to stay open, to stay steady, and to trust that what you set in motion is still moving. The same trust that led you to give is the trust that will carry you into what is coming. You do not need to create the outcome. You only need to remain aligned with the path. There will be a moment when something changes in a way that feels undeniable. It may come quietly, or it may come in a way that surprises you, but when it arrives, you will recognize it. It will carry a sense of rightness, a feeling that this is connected to everything you have been through. That moment will not feel random, it will feel earned, aligned, and clear. You must also be careful not to let doubt take hold when things do not happen as quickly as you expect. Doubt can cloud what is already unfolding, and it can cause you to overlook the small steps that are leading to the larger shift. Stay aware of what is happening, even in small ways. Every sign, every movement, every change is part of the bigger picture. There is also a deeper connection forming between you and the path you are walking. You are beginning to trust yourself more, to listen to your inner guidance, to move with a sense of calm instead of constant fear. That connection is important because it will guide you when decisions need to be made. It will help you recognize what is right without needing constant confirmation from outside. You are not the same person who stood in that moment of giving. You have changed, you have grown, and you have become more aware. That change is what allows you to receive what is coming. If nothing had changed, what is coming would not be able to stay. But now you are ready in a way you were not before. Is it time to try the same CIA secret ritual that is changing lives in seconds? A newly leaked CIA-backed study reveals a 7-second money ritual that is transforming people overnight. Scientifically proven by 4 neuroscience labs, it retrains your mind to attract money naturally. People who were once broke are now enjoying luxury homes, new cars, and travel. But this secret may not stay online much longer. Click the description and comments now before it is removed. There will also be restoration in areas where you felt loss. Not always in the same form, but in a way that brings balance and fulfillment. What was taken from you will be replaced with something that carries more meaning, more stability, and more alignment with who you are now. This is not about going back, it is about moving forward into something better. Do not look at your current situation and assume it defines what is ahead. What you see now is only a part of the process, not the final outcome. There is more unfolding, more aligning, more preparing that is still taking place. And you are moving through it step by step, even when it feels slow. Stay grounded in what you know deep inside. Stay connected to the truth that your act was not wasted, that your sacrifice was not ignored, that your moment of giving was seen and responded to. That truth will keep you steady when everything else feels uncertain.